Last time on Polymorph Self. Deep under the ancient burial mounds, our heroes fought a ghoul and discovered another farmer's corpse. Onas found a magical amulet that gave him powers of telekinesis. Descending into a sunken pit, they once again came face to face with the undead creatures and a persistent lack of stolen grain. There are 3 unexplored alcoves, which at the moment you assume lead to similar crypts, and there's the door, which only Bjorn has had a brief look at from a distance.
Haven't I told them about it?
Oh, the metal door?
Yes, down the other end.
Should
The
we go,
opposite
like-
end of the statue.
Should we check that, or should we check out the other arch that's opposite the arch we just went in?
I'm okay for checking out the other arches.
Yeah, let's check out the other arch because they're open.
I want to know what we do about these bites that we have.
They didn't paralyze us. I think they're fine. I think we'll just maybe slap a Band-Aid on them. Well, one of those bandages.
Bandage?
Yeah.
Yeah, without a cleric in the party, you don't have magical healing. Actually, healing potions and balms can be bought. Now you've got treasure for money. For example, a minor magical balm, if you can find one, will cost about 20 gold pieces.
Yeah.
A potion of cure light wounds, if you can find one to buy, is about 50 gold pieces.
One of these days.
I
Cure
really
everything.
wish I had those right now.
I've got a question about hit point loss. So, like, if
Yeah.
you lose hit points, how long does that last? It lasts for like the encounter?
If it's minor wounds and you bandage them and you get 24 hours rest, I can rule to give you some points back. But
okay.
usually it's until you get healed or are back in your hometown
So in this
base.
situation, because Bjorn lost, a
I'm
hit
at
point
just
also,
over half.
So you stay at that until we can get some kind of
Until you're
medical
out of until you're back at some place. Yeah, I mean you can bandage them for now.
Unless we
Well,
sleep
what-
right here, right now.
For 24 hours?
Sleeping doesn't necessarily cure wounds at first. How many hit points do you have now?
I now have 6 hit points.
Okay, so just don't go rushing in.
Okay, I'll
First.
go rushing in.
Hjani the fighter can
You know
go
what
in
wise
front of
men
you.
say?
Only ghouls rush in.
Okay, awesome. So you're going to examine the archway. We're going to examine the archway opposite the one you were just in on the south wall.
Oh, I love you.
Who wants to stick their head in first?
I'll stick my head in first.
Okay, you notice it is basically identical to the one opposite in that there's a short corridor ending at a hole on the other side of it.
Okay. Guys, it's the same as the last one. Does anyone want to come down this hole with me?
Toss a torch in first?
I mean, you haven't walked in yet. You've just looked under the arch
Okay.
with your torch, which is almost out, by the way.
Oh,
But
I have
yours-
another one I can light.
May as well just toss her down if she's going
Okay.
out soon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll duck under and toss the torch down the well.
So you walk the sort of 20 feet to the hole. And looking down this one, you see that just about sort of like 2 feet into the shaft is like a surface of water.
Oh.
Like the crypt under here appears to be like flooded.
I don't know if there's going to be anything down here. Can anyone swim?
Yeah,
I can, but I don't want to.
I do believe that Seyda has an amazing swimming ability, right?
Oh, I do have an amazing
But
swimming ability.
you'll be completely submerged. Will you be able to see anything or do anything down there? It's going to be.
Could you
If you
cast
want-
any?
No.
No.
So if you want to
Take
get
my
down
shirt.
That is actually possible. Like you could take your shirt off and you could like wrap it round like a
Okay.
headband
I
and
will
have
take
like a
my
minus
shirt
lamp.
off anytime.
There, so you will have some light, but you're still going to be submerged in water and swimming around in a pit.
I'm a hardy human.
All right, well, do it then if you want to. I'm just telling you the odds.
You might be swimming in dead people guts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Do
wants
it.
to
Yeah.
Do
Let's
it.
send
Take
her-
the
let's send
shirt
her down.
and
Take-
do it.
take the shirt.
Get on
Okay,
with it.
Bjorn takes his overshirt off his leather jerkin, so you're
I
still wearing
hear
things.
an audible gasp
You're still wearing your leather
from
armor.
my teammates.
This is just like an overshirt over
Well,
the top
because
of
they
your
didn't know
leather.
I was wearing leather armor under this
Oh, I see.
shirt.
And you sort of tie it round like a neckerchief, a loose
Okay.
neckerchief. So you have possibly 1 or 2 turns of magical light left. You're not sure.
I'm gonna dive into this pool.
Okay,
Well, I'm not gonna dive in case it's only very shallow.
What I'm going to do, like I have mentioned there's no turning back time, but what people tend to do, since this is the first time, what characters tend to do when they dive into water is forget that they have a whole bunch of stuff they're carrying. And things that might be water damage, like important letters and stuff. So this is the first and last time I'm going to warn you. in advance that if you ever dive into water, have a quick check of your sheet and make sure there's nothing water damageable that you.
Basically, you
Well,
have to
be
get
careful.
naked apart from the thing that you're wrapping.
I don't
just
have
have to
to
drop
get
items.
naked.
You kind of do.
I
Just
don't.
water damage is very pervasive.
I will remind you that you're still out in the hall as well.
I'm just suggesting you get naked and then wrap his shirt
Seyda,
around
do
your
you have any items you'd like
I'm
to take
gonna
out?
leave my iron rations and my flint and flint and steel.
Okay.
Bop, 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 bop,
Oh, and the
bop.
torches. I don't want those to get wet.
Seyda, you dive into the water with magical light,
Okay.
and you see that it has identical dimensions to the previous crypt, a sort of square, sunken, rammed earth chamber. And the water is kind of murky with all kinds of dirt and dust floating around. But you do notice another kind of recess with a sort of corpse lying on it. But since the water's come in, this one is, what skin and body it does have left on its bones is kind of like green, black, and rotting. But it also does appear to be grasping something in its sort of skeletal hands.
I will swim over there and see what it has in
Okay.
its skeletal hands.
Now, to swim around in here, holding your breath and without getting into trouble, you have to succeed on a difficulty roll of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is a rule called taking a 10, right? So what's your
+7 to swim.
+7? So I'm going to assume that this is a lock for you. Unless, of course, you roll a natural 1.
Okay, let's see. Oh. A 12.
Hey.
Okay, this is no problem for you. You holding your breath, you swim down, you look around, you swim over, and you see there's some kind of small leather bag with drawstrings clenched between its hands.
Okay, I'm going to take the drawstring bag and I'm going to swim back up.
Okay, you re-emerge at the top.
She's back.
Hey.
Can you
She get a disease.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
I'm guessing
See,
you're
you were in-
peeking
You
through
were in
the...
dirty water.
I'm assuming you guys had come to the head of the.
Yeah,
The
we're
shaft.
watching down. We're
Okay.
a bit concerned.
Sorry, I assume we couldn't see you through the muck and mire.
Yeah, well, she's clambering up.
I'm the
all
asshole.
naked and wet. It's
Great.
fine.
Okay,
And
what's in the
now-
bag?
I'm still
And-
wearing all of my armor.
She is not naked. Looking at the bag's quite heavy, and you open it and see it is full of gold coins,
Oh, nice.
and there are in fact 20 gold pieces in this
Let's
bag.
share those out equally.
I will remind you that I am the one who swam into the...
And we're a team. A crack team.
Did you
who
even tell us what
shares
is in that bag?
everything?
Well, I opened it in front of you guys.
He was
so
honest
you
about
guys-
the 400 gold coin value thing that he got out of that hole that we sent him down to. Why can't you be honest about the stuff you brought out?
How about I give you guys 4 each?
All right, I'll take that.
Okay, write it down.
4 gold coins, yeah.
Yep, 4 gold pieces. There's a place to write gold pieces on the
Yep.
second page there. Okay, so you still have 2 unexplored crypts and 1.
Let's check out. We're next to the metal door. Let's check out the metal door. Let's give it a
Yeah,
hammer
let's
or
check out
something.
the
'Cause
metal
We're
door.
right down here now.
DM ruffles his notes.
I just don't like the thought of going into gold places. I barely want to touch this gold. I mean, like, what if it has dysentery germs or something on it?
You don't like ghouls, do you? Ghouls equal gold.
Before we go out,
You
I'd
might call
like
it
to
Ghoul's Gold.
Ghouls gold.
pick up the bits that I left.
You do
So
that.
I'm getting dressed. And
Hey, give me
coming
my
back.
shirt.
You take your shirt back. The magical light spell has ended.
Oh boy.
So, aren't we in total darkness at this point in time?
Who's got a-
You're seeing each other by the flickering embers as the torch also goes out.
Well, we've got some.
Perhaps we
Alright.
should
I
light
have
the
a
Someone light
torch.
up a
Well,
torch.
I
Sparkle
light
torch.
another torch.
You go back into the hall and walk west, passing the split in half ghoul and farmer corpse, and eventually the hall ends at the east with a sort of old iron door which has a very sort of obvious large keyhole in it and appears to be locked shut.
See, I think the key's going to be in one of the fucking tombs, guys.
Well, let's
So-
see if we can open this door first. You know, it's got a keyhole, but let's try and pull on it in a way. We pull on the door.
I think you
Jonas?
have an open lock skill, don't you?
Do I?
Well, so the door is locked closed.
It is locked. yeah.
Okay.
Wait, where am I looking? I'm looking for open lock. That's a +7 to that one.
As this is a skill, you get better as you level up, and it's not easy. The difficulty class of this locked iron door is 20.
Oh.
So and by the way, you can try multiple times, but each time will be a 10-minute turn. So it's your sort of time will pass by and
Right.
your light will go down. But yeah, so I mean, you gotta get 20 and you get a plus. What was it? Plus
7.
7, right? Okay, so you take out your lockpicks.
Might
from
as
your
well.
pack
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
and have a go at this door.
Is this the kind of thing that I can take a 10 at? This one?
It is, but that would give you 17, which is not enough.
Oh, okay.
It's DC
right.
20.
All right. Here goes. 6.
Okay, so
Plus
your
7,
first
yeah,
try,
it's
you
not
spend
doing
5 or 10 minutes picking at it, are not successful. So, I mean, nothing else seems to happen. No one else sort of comes
Can you
out of
do
anywhere.
this? Do you think you can do
Hjani
this?
sits down.
Okay, so let's go for your second try.
12. Plus 7. Yeah, that's...
19.
19. Your
19.
20 minutes have gone by. And
You got a
your
little closer
torch is
that time.
burning and, yeah.
All right. Before my next try, I knock on the door very furtively.
It's pretty solid and made of iron. And
Ow!
unlike the movies, when you knock on an actual solid iron door, it doesn't make a big knock. It just sort of makes a small noise and hurts your hand.
What's a movie?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Hey, why don't you try telling
Oh,
a
that's
joke?
a good point. Unlike when you knock on flimsy wooden doors, or
Unlike the stories and tales.
unlike the theater.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try... Can I try this one more time? Can I
Yeah,
take
okay. but
half
we're
an
getting-
hour
we're
total of
getting
your
a little
time,
bit-
guys?
Yeah, this is getting
I'm having a
bit
good
much.
nap.
18.
Oh!
You finally crack it. It opens
I
towards
did?
you.
Yeah, plus 7.
It opens towards
No, I
you
just amazed myself. It opened towards me.
to reveal carved stone steps descending down into the darkness.
Oh,
I thought
let's
you were going
get
to
down
say
here.
a carved stone wall. I'm going to be so pissed.
There's a big wall. Well done.
All right, stairs going down. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
that
go.
sounds good.
Are there any errant grains lying around on the floor? Is there any Hansel and Gretel? I don't know what I'm saying.
What's our light situation
Trail
right
of-
now?
You are holding a torch, so
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
halfway
see
down.
down the stairs. Now, here's the thing. It's a sort of 8-10 foot wide sort of sloping corridor with stairs, which means you now have to enter this area in marching order, like who's first, second, third, and fourth. So please let me know that.
I'm lost.
No, I think maybe we should have a fighter at the front and a fighter at the back.
Okay.
Okay. All right, then I'll go first.
I'll go
I'll have
first.
my bow drawn at the ready while I'm going
So
down.
you're going
You
down
should-
first,
you-
bow drawn.
Yes.
Maybe Bjorn should go at the rear because he's a little bit injured. A little
No.
bit
Or
hurty.
in the middle, I
Yeah,
think
in the
you should be in
middle.
the middle.
So
Who's
where should I
second?
go?
You weak people should stay in the middle.
I'll go. I'll go second.
Okay.
All right, I'm third.
I'll go last.
Okay.
Okay. The stairs descend steeply down into the bowels of the earth. You go down and down and down. The stairs appear to be 40 or 50 feet worth of stairs, like 80, 90 steps. It's quite far down, and it's becoming noticeably colder. Before you hit the bottom step, you start to see another arch at the bottom where it's going to finally come out into some sort of other crypt chamber. But you notice before you get to the bottom of the steps, there's sort of like water sort of coming out of the arch onto the steps.
Gross.
You guess that the floor down there is about sort of thigh deep in water.
Oh no.
And as you get closer, Hjani, with the light shining over your shoulders, you sort of look in and you what you see is
I passed the torch up front.
a lower hall. Now, this is not as long as the previous hall. Your light's going to be able to see just about to the other side. Now, it's like I said, the bottom of the stairs disappear into water, and looking beyond, you see it comes out into a lower hall with smooth stone slab walls. Guess the area is submerged to about an average of thigh to waist height. From up on the stair where you are, you can't quite see how far this hall goes.
You.
So we have to wade if we want to go down there. If we,
About
we go down the
about
steps.
thigh height.
A thigh height wading.
Okay. I guess there's nowhere else to go but forward, right, guys?
Onward, leader. Yeah, well done. Thank you.
All right, I hold my bow a little higher, make sure everything that needs to be up above the water is up above the water, and I gingerly step into the water, hoping that this doesn't...
Okay. You step into the water. It's very, very cold. Bjorn is behind you, holding the torch aloft. The first thing you notice is the hall is about 50 feet long. Your torch just about it's getting dim, and you can just about make some sort of like dark patch on the far side could be another door or an arch, but you do notice on the two walls, which is north and south, your left and right, in the middle of the walls are two more arches, but these are like full height arched entryways.
So we're heading like
no doors.
We're heading west now.
You're heading east.
Oh, we're
along the
heading
hall.
east, and then towards the east we can see these two arches.
So this hall basically has arches you can walk through on either point, north, south, east, west.
But everything's like thigh deep in water. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of like murky cold water, and the walls are plain and made of stone.
Can we just turn our heads and look west as well and see what's down there? Can we see anything?
West is back the way you came up the stairs.
Yeah, but we come down. So like
you're looking
it's just,
east into a east-west hall.
We don't come down. Okay, it's an east-west hall, so we don't see. There's nothing.
You're at the
can
west
look-
end.
Okay.
Wait, you said the walls are what?
Sort of smooth stone slabs. Like.
And the two doors are next to each other, or
But basically, there's a door in the middle of each wall. But I mean, it's like a long hall. So there's a sort of there's four. You're coming in from the west arch.
okay.
You can just about make out what looks like an arch on the far east end, which is about sort of 40, 50 feet away.
Okay.
It's like a rectangle. You're at one end of it, and there's also clearly arched entrances, sort of on the north and south walls in the middle. You're sort of thigh deep in this sort of murky cold water.
So we have 3 different ways we can go, guys. Can we decide which way to go? I really would like to get out of this water as soon as
you're
possible.
leading the way. Which way do you want to go?
Okay, let me... Well, one of you guys is good at listening, right? Can you listen to see if there's any sounds you hear coming from anywhere?
I cup one hand behind an ear, and I listen.
I'm going to make that roll again just in case it's a failure, so you don't
And it's
know.
a +5.
It's probably going to be some
+5.
kind of scratching.
Okay, you all take a moment, don't move and keep quiet. You listen carefully, and you think you can hear the water sloshing or something in the direction of the southern arch.
DM, shut up.
Maybe through the southern arch.
I heard some sloshing near the southern arch.
It's all sloshing. It's all water. What are you talking about?
Sloshier than usual.
Trust me on this.
All right, well, let's go. Let's head to the southern arch then. Let's do that.
Lead the way.
All right.
Johnny.
All right, I make steps towards the southern arch.
Sorry, we can see the eastern end of this.
Well, now you've walked a bit into the room towards the southern arch, you see that the far east end also has an arch. But it's
Okay.
kind of dark and
So
shadowy
there's-
where you are.
okay, so there's like 3 arches.
There's 3 arches. One's
the
the north.
east end, and then they're like.
And you
north
came in
south.
through one as well, so there's like north, east, southwest in the middle of each wall.
But we came downstairs. Okay, but
Yeah.
we came. Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
there's,
But we're going through the southern arch, apparently.
Well, the one where the sloshing
Yeah,
happened.
Yeah.
Let's go through there.
yeah, let's go through
Okay.
the sloshing.
I hate sloshing.
Southern arch, yes. Mhm.
You get up close to the arch, and Hjani, you're first. You look in, and you see that this is it's a kind of long rectangular chamber, and with no other sort of doors out except the one you came in. And at the far end, poking up out of this water, appears to be a kind of plinth,
Oh.
like a sort of stone plinth that you would normally put a sort of lay a corpse on top of. But the plinth seems to be empty. Your torch is shining in, but the edges of the room are all kind of in darkness. So all you can see is this long sort of stone crypt. And at the far end, sticking out of this water is the plinth with nothing on it. And then the rest of the room's kind of shadowy in darkness, and you haven't walked in yet. So that's what you can kind of see looking in. Hjani and Bjorn are
Get
up front.
the hell.
All right, I look back at Bjorn to be like, you're going to keep the light on me, right? And then
Well, yeah, and I can also give you a torch if you like.
Well, I'm holding my bow
yeah, that's right.
at ready right now, so I don't really have
I'm the
anything
one
hands.
directly behind you, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah, that
Yes.
was
That's
that was
the order
Mr.
we
before.
went.
And
He's
Seyda,
second, I'm
you're in the
third.
rear,
Out of
so
the back.
Seyda's in
Oh.
the rear.
Yeah.
I'm right behind you.
I can
and
light
then
the
Bjorn
torch
is
if you would
between me
like.
and Seyda.
would anyone
Well-
like to ready weapons or items?
No, because I have magic.
I'm
I've
Onas,
got your
how
back.
how many more light spells do you have? Do you think you can maybe light my bow or something like that?
Do you want me to light your bow and
That
then
would
you
be
can
nice.
fire it in there? Okay,
Well,
yeah,
at least so I
do-
can take a look around while still being at the ready.
Yeah, I can
That
do
make
that.
me feel a lot better.
I can do that for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so you cast light onto her bow, which now shines out light for a sort of 40, 50 foot radius. And as you step into the room, you illuminate it fully. Okay, you start to edge your way into the room, which is still almost waist deep in water.
Gross.
And then you stop and you see that just in front of the plinth up ahead of you, about 20 feet away, the water is sloshing and something is rising up. And it is it doesn't look like the ghouls, okay?
Oh, no ghouls.
It's not like drawn
It's
back, hunched
grain
over.
guy. It's the guy who took the grain. He's here to give us the grain.
That's what we're
I
here
think
for.
it's cute that you still think there's going to be any grain here.
We wet grain. It'll be porridge.
Okay, so
Here, get some porridge.
this animated corpse
Oh,
is dressed in sort of like regal finery and silks, except that it's all mouldy and rotted and falling away. There's
fuck that guy. He needs to get a new tailor.
He's in royal cloaks. But they're molded.
yeah, his skin is sort of pallid, greenish, covered in like mold and holes,
But unfortunately,
and
But the cut of his jib is amazing.
yeah, and it's holding like a club, which the closer look is basically a sort of a leg that's kind of like
It's a leg
molded
club.
away. It's like a leg bone, basically.
now
with
we have
bits
to
on.
solve the mystery of whose leg was it.
It's
And
a chicken drumstick.
And
but
it appears up, and it's going to start moving towards Hjani.
Shoot
at
first,
a
ask
kind of,
questions later.
Walking pace.
come on, you can take it. It's
Enough,
not a ghoul.
enough.
It's not a ghoul. It's a noble.
I don't
not
care.
a
I'm
ghoul.
shooting it.
What I said was, it doesn't look like the ghouls.
Yeah,
I'm
it's not a
shooting it.
ghoul. It's not. It doesn't look like a ghoul.
Okay, so you're gonna.
It's using a leg as a weapon.
You're gonna
Okay,
take a
so
shot.
point blank shot it's less than 30 meters, right?
You are
Yeah.
in range for your point blank shot.
Great. And that did what? +1?
It should be written in the on your page there. Can I see your character sheet? If not, we can just look it up. It's not a problem.
I will
I just
say,
want the front one
I
only.
do love that comic book that became a TV show. You know, The Walking Pace.
What's a comic book? What's a TV show? What are you talking
Shut
about?
up. How dare you?
The traveling theatre. The
I know what you're talking about.
Yes. It was the one that was a dime
Oh,
store
okay.
novel.
It
Was a
seems
dime-
that
God damn it.
the DM has not written down and forgotten the exact bonus of point blank shot. So while he is looking up that, what is
What are our
what
inner
are
lives?
Seyda and Bjorn whispering to each other as this is happening?
Fuck. Oh, shit.
I
my
can't
God,
see
oh my
anything.
God,
What's
oh my God.
happening?
There's a fucking royal zombie coming at us. And he's got a leg.
A leg?
Like, well, in addition to his 2 legs, he's got a leg in his hand. Like a beaten leg. When you think about it, if you kick somebody, it's your beaten leg. But this is off the beaten
It
leg.
sounds like I'm laughing, but I'm laughing through fear.
It happens. It's natural.
Okay, and time in. Elaine was right. It's an extra +1.
All right.
Its AC is 11.
Okay, so my attack bonus is +7, and I.
It's +7 with another +1. for
Oh,
point blank
okay.
shot.
So +8 +3 is 11.
So you hit.
Oh, thank God.
Roll the damage.
For once.
All right, and it's a 1d8 +8.
+8. Are you sure?
Off in the last one.
1d8 plus. Oh, sorry. Well, +1. Sorry. So 7 damage.
Okay, your arrow sticks right into its chest. It's still advancing on you.
Oh. Well, oh shit! I'm the next.
Did you
guy,
say
aren't I?
7 damage, right?
next
Yeah.
domino.
Oh boy, how much
7.
damage did you do?
Wait a minute. So this is what happens. First of all, it's now going to advance on you at the front. Meanwhile, Seyda, you hear another sloshing
Oh,
directly
dear.
behind you. And something rises out of the water. Let's quickly roll for You're not surprised because it's sloshing, but let's roll for initiative. Luckily for you,
No sloshing surprise.
zombies get -1 initiative. They're not like totally slow, like in the theater. They're
The what?
Like the ones you know.
but they can't like go super fast
Like-
either. So the zombie behind you rising up gets a natural 20.
Oh no. And I get a 10 plus 7, 17.
So what's your AC?
My AC is 16.
Okay, it's going to try and bat you with its arm club.
No.
This is carrying an arm.
And it has a
He's
+2.
armed,
Sorry, what was
would
your
you
AC?
say?
My AC
Oh,
16.
16.
He's been armed.
2 plus 2 is 4. So it rises up and zombie-like tries to hit you with an arm club, and you turn around and sort of like, bat it away easily.
Which end is it using? Is it using the stump end or the hand end?
The hand end, actually.
The hand end wouldn't hurt so much.
Well,
That's
you,
true.
you may or may not
It'd be
find out
flappy.
later. So, next is the other zombie is going to get its attack on Hjani as it tries to beat you to death with a leg.
My armor class is 17.
Okay. 13 plus 2 is 15. It also fails to hit you with its leg. Which brings us back to now Hjani's attack. But you're holding a bow and arrow and it's right upon you. So what would you like to do?
Oh, how fast can I pull out a longsword? Since the arrow's already gone, I'm just like one hand with a bow.
Longsword's
sorry.
hard.
Well, usually drawing your weapon is a standard action. Then you've also got an attack. The zombie's kind of right on you though, but since you're very heroic, I'm going to allow it. So you drop your bow into the water and pull out your
We'll never get that back.
your weapon. What's your? It's a
+5 attack bonus.
with your longsword. Its AC is 11.
Yes. Okay. So 4 + 5, 9.
So you miss. You try to drop your bow, get your sword out, and do it all in one chance, but you just can't get the time to get a proper swing in.
Yeah, I'm
Now,
right behind
Seyda,
her.
you've got your
My great sword out.
right?
Yeah.
So its AC is 11.
Okay. I have a +4, and I rolled the dice onto the floor.
Which is amazing because you have two tables for podcast listeners who can't see. You have two tables in front of you. It's almost impossible. You literally have to throw it backwards to do that.
That's exactly what I did.
Okay.
I can try again. I have a +4, and I rolled a 4. That's an 8.
Okay. You also, fail to hit it because it's in close quarters and surprised you. It's you're just too busy trying to get that dead flappy hand out of your face. Essentially. Okay. The next rounds, a zombie tries to.
But I'm right behind Hjani.
You're in the doorway, sort of behind.
Oh,
You're
so
behind
I
Seyda.
can't help. No, our order was like Hjani, me, and then and then Bjorn, then Seyda.
Oh, you're right. So would you like to get in the room and help Hjani?
Well, yeah, I was like, if she's like grappling with this thing, maybe I would like to do
your touch thing.
my touch thing, yeah.
Which means
Again, which
you would have to.
always
You would only
works,
need.
so-
You would need an
Touch
8
the
to do
dead.
it.
Oh,
Try it.
an 8 on a D20.
Do you have a
yes.
level 1 spell left?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've got a lot of level
Okay,
1
go for
spells
it.
left. Yeah,
You need an 8.
I've got 4 level 1 spells left. There we go. I rolled a 17 on a D20.
Theater show.
You lean in, grab its arm. Electricity goes charging through its body magically. Roll your 2d6 damage.
We're standing
Okay,
in
my
water.
2d6 damage. Yeah. Okay, I've got 2d6 here. Here's the damage. Oh, I got 2 5s. That's a 10 damage.
Okay, so here's what happens. You're fighting with this. You've hit it with an arrow. Then you're sort of in the melee. Onas steps around, sloshing through the water, grabs onto its arm, concentrates. Electricity goes surging through its body, and its eyeballs melt out of its head, and then its head explodes. Then its chest cavity explodes, and then it falls into pieces into the water.
Its head, its chest cavity. Oh,
Its
and
eyeballs melted out, then
literally
its
in your
head.
face, literally in your face.
Yeah, and Hjani is now covered in zombie pieces.
I almost wish I hadn't been saved.
Oh, but you were saved.
Now,
Maybe this is the beginning of a beautiful.
back to the back to the Vanguard. Seyda, what's your
Wait,
AC again?
we're not.
sorry?
we don't take damage because we're all in water.
What
Yes?
about the bit
No,
where
you
we
don't.
kiss?
Thank
Like after I
God.
save. No.
Seyda, what's your AC again? Sorry.
My AC is 16.
It fails to hit you with the arm.
Oh, thank goodness. Not again.
I wish we had. I wish this was a video cast. Let's go to Seyda. You need
Okay.
to hit it AC 11.
I'm gonna try not to throw the dice on the floor again. 16.
Okay, roll the damage.
+4. 2d6. 1, 2. 3 and 2 is 5. +2 is 7.
Okay, you hack a big piece out of that zombie, but it's still up. So Bjorn, I know you have low hit points. You have to be careful, but you could potentially help out here. Would you like to leave her to it?
I guess I'm gonna help out, of course.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna toss a dagger at that guy.
Okay, so you sort of like step out to the side along the wall. You pull a dagger and throw it at it. It's AC 11.
Yes, and got a +4 attack bonus. It's 18 +4. Yeah, 22.
You hit. Okay, what's the damage?
All right, I'm gonna roll a 1d4. Yeah, it's 4.
4. Awesome. It's not dead, but it now has a dagger sticking
Well, it is
directly.
dead.
That's true. It has not. It has not ceased to be. The knife is sticking actually out of its head right now.
I gotta get that
misery.
knife back.
It's going to have one last try to hit Seyda's AC, which I keep forgetting, which is
16.
16 with its hand. 13. It says 15. No, it still fails to do any damage with this severed hand. So you got your.
Okay.
Can you get the killing blow?
Let's get the killing
AC
blow.
11.
Better fed up with this zombie waving its horrible hand in my face. I rolled a 17.
Nice.
Okay, roll the damage.
Okay. 4 and 6. That's 12 with my +2.
Amazing. You you just hit it so hard on its side that it just basically falls into 2 and splashes down into the water.
I'm just splitting things into
That's
left and
3.
right.
That's 3.
Which means that
So that's 6 pieces.
somewhere under the dark water is a head with your dagger sticking out of it, by the way.
I know.
Oh, you want to get your dagger back?
Well, your
There
bow's
seem to
glowing.
be no more zombies.
Fantastic.
good.
I'm picking up my bow.
You do that. You are in the submerged lower chambers, having defeated the 2 zombies, and you're sort of standing sort of under the arch between the main chamber and a sort of south antechamber with a plinth at the far end.
Okay, I searched the zombie that had my dagger in its head.
You find your dagger in its head.
Can I search the body part too?
I mean, that's all you find.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry, so we went into the...
Basically, what you're doing is you're sloshing around in the
this
water,
one.
searching it, and every time you touch part of it, it basically disintegrates,
Gross.
covering your hands in slosh. Onus, sorry. What would you like to do?
So I was just checking. We went to the southern. There's like the 3 arches. We went to the southern one that's at the eastern end. Yes.
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 Okay. So we've done this. Let's get back into the up into the thigh deep water and go and check one of the other archways.
Well, 1 second. Now that the zombie thing is dead, I'm not so scared of it anymore, and I can check its body for stuff too.
Yeah, you can. You find your arrow, which you can retrieve, and again, nothing else on its person.
How about the plimp? Is there anything there?
Okay, you walk, you slosh your way up to the plinth, and you can just see it's a stone table, and on top are just sort of like fragments of that cloth, sort of the get-up that the zombie was wearing.
Yeah, sounds like that was just the zombie's death place.
Bjorn, what would you like to do? Oh no, you were searching. Right? Sorry, Seyda is the only person who hasn't had an extra action.
I'm going to ask the team whether they think we should go north or continue on east.
I think we should check out the northern one that's
Yeah,
opposite
let's do that.
this thing, and then once we've got that all sorted out, then we can go east.
You go through the northern, you slosh up to the northern arch, and you see it's sort of symmetrical. It's a long rectangular antechamber with a plinth at the end, also empty. It's kind of like the opposite of the one you were just in.
So we can see nothing of any interest in here.
Well, this looking in from the side again, it's sort of waist deep in water. There's a plinth sticking out at the far north end.
Hjani, why don't you get in there?
I don't know. I'm not really into this, especially if there's nothing for
Okay,
me.
I stride in like a hero.
I'm behind him
striding
with
in.
the torch.
Okay, so Onas strides in like a hero with charisma 17. You're a very attractive
With
man.
my very attractive charisma, I just stride in there. I'm like, okay, let's see what's going down in this plinth area.
Okay, the plinth has also got sticky bits of sort of rotting flesh and garments attached to it.
Guys, there's some rotting stuff on the plinth in here, and there's nothing else. Let's get out of here.
Let's try the east.
Okay, we're going to go back into the main corridor, then go to the east.
Do we agree to just go with the formation we had before?
What, with you in
Yeah.
front or me in front?
Me in front. I have
Okay.
the glowing bow.
Yeah, okay, you still got your glowing bow. Okay, yeah,
Glow bow.
do that.
That's right,
Globo.
it's still glowing. Okay, what's interesting is when you get to the eastern arch, it's sloping down, which means that it very soon sort of disappears under the water. And sort of sticking a toe forward, you see you feel that it's basically another descending staircase. But this one is obviously under the water level.
Okay.
You know, it's pretty obvious that our grain isn't here by now.
Yeah, but look, there's obviously some stuff in this, like, place. I mean, can someone go and dive and then just see if there's any kind of, like, exits anywhere?
Seyda, are you interested in diving? Because I'm not.
I suppose I can go dive again.
Do you want to shine up her shirt? Wait, do you want
Just
to
why don't you
put
give her your
light?
shirt?
Or I got
No,
my
mine's
bow
not,
still.
I don't
It's
believe
not
mine's
shiny anymore?
doing that shine thing anymore.
Here, I'll
shine
let me
something.
just check
Or I
my,
still have my bow, and we still have a torch. So why don't I just?
But I don't want to take your bow underwater and water damage it.
Is
It'll be fine.
my? It's a composite bow, whatever that
Nice.
means.
It's one which is already bent into shape, reinforced using pieces of
All right. So yeah, it's
bone
fine.
and horn.
There's
It's
like
very
wax
sturdy.
on it or whatever.
But is it okay to swim with a bow? That's pretty difficult to swim with a bow underwater. Yeah?
Well, we'll find out if she can or not in a moment.
Well, you
Just
know what?
attach it to your back or
I'm-
something.
Seyda, shut him up and just go for
I'm
it.
just saying I can cast a spell on something she has, and so she doesn't have to worry about like.
Do you have any level 0 spells
I've
left?
got one level 0 spell left.
Save it.
Then none of the others are any good.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so you're going to take the bow.
Okay, I'll take
No,
the
she's
bow.
taking the bow. Okay.
And I'm gonna take again, empty my pockets. Can someone hold my my rations?
I'll
my
hold your
flint and
rations.
steel,
Yeah, she's emptying
and the
everything.
spare torches.
You're holding
take
my
those.
bow, so I'll hold everything else.
Okay.
My bow.
Okay, now, using one hand, it'll increase the difficulty slightly, sending it only from a 10 to a 12, so you have to beat 12, and your swim skill is...
+7.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, let's go. I rolled a 13. Whew.
Okay, you descend on the steps until you're underwater, then you sort of like spin yourself over and swim down with the magical light. What's interesting is you go about 20 feet downstairs and you come out into a third antechamber with a plinth, but in this one, there is a sort of like skeletal rotting corpse lying on it. And what you immediately notice is it has two shiny braces like on its wrists crossed in front of it. And you're sort of like swimming in the murky water with your light bow.
We've been looting everything else. Can I loot those braces?
Okay, you swim over and sort of slide them off the corpse's arms. It doesn't come to life or anything like that. And you successfully swim out. So after about 2 minutes, which is quite long for holding your breath, Seyda emerges again holding two shiny braces.
Thank God.
Now,
I was holding
Onas,
mine too.
what's your knowledge arcana?
My knowledge arcana is 1 second. It is it's 2 +2.
+2. Okay, let's see if you can beat a 10.
Okay. I rolled 12 +2, 14.
As soon as you see these, your eyes light up. You notice some magical inscriptions and patterns on them, and you realize these are magical braces of armor,
Oh.
which means whoever wears them, and any character class can wear them, will get +2 to your armor class.
Oh, those look good.
Yeah, they are good, and I'm keeping them. I swam in this horrible, probably disease-ridden, filthy
Hey,
water.
I gave you my bow. Does that count for
Hey,
anything?
I gave you my knowledge, and
I
have
gave you guys 4 gold from the last
my
lot of
armor
loot.
class is only 12. That's okay.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's totally up to you guys. I mean, you can have someone who's already a fighter and good and turn them into more of a tank, or it can be on someone. On the other hand,
Yeah,
Onas
I'm not gonna
Onas
be-
has already received a magical item.
No,
Not
I'm all
really
for
sure.
I'm all for
Magical
making
item.
our fighter the
And
tank.
she
But
needs
also
to- she
remember,
needs
I'm
the
giving
armor
you
class.
equal share of this
Alright,
ring that I
that's-
found.
I'm okay with that. Remember that I'm okay with giving you
Oh,
this stuff.
okay. I'll remember
in
that.
cases of
Next time
emergency,
you guys
they
want
can
If
to
it
be
weren't
passed
for
on to
me,
someone.
you
Oh,
wouldn't
fair
know
enough.
what that stuff was.
If it wasn't for me, you guys wouldn't have
Yeah,
this
but
stuff.
I'm not denying that.
All
I'm
right,
just saying
all right.
if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't
Okay,
know
so
what
basically,
that
but there's
thing
nothing.
did.
It's a dead end down there.
Well, yeah. Well, we've got some stuff. Let's get out of this like pit and go back up to the main thing. And I'm not sure if we looked. We've searched everything at the eastern end
It
of that
seems that
corridor,
in
but
this-
we didn't look west. Yeah?
In this sort of underground crypt complex, there seems to have been only 2 places you haven't been in yet, which was one pair of arches up in the
Yeah,
upper
the
hall.
Alright.
top one. Yeah,
yeah,
so
we
we
ran
should
into
let's
those.
go back up to the top one and go back to the arches that were close to the skeleton.
All right. Do I have a detect grain skill?
Would you like to sort of dive under the water and feel around for any hard grains? Well, here's the thing. If someone had, for example, brought a sack of grain down here, you wouldn't see it. It would be under the water somewhere, so you'd have to like search around.
And it wouldn't be very
Looking
much
for it.
grain. There wouldn't be that much grain. Let's
What?
just go back up to the top level
Did we-
corridor and go to the arches.
Did we
didn't open.
ever examine the farmers?
Yeah. Well,
Besides to
Yeah.
see that they were dead and
let's
not
go,
on?
You
well,
did- you
we're
did
on our
search
way
them.
out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's go back up to the
But-
top, go down to where the skeleton was, and then like go to the arches that were that end of
All
the
right,
top
sure.
corridor.
I'm just wondering, like, what farmers might be doing down here, and how come, for instance, Dennis never said anything about farmers missing from his town?
Well, maybe if we go up there and
Who
look
can
at those
transmute
last two
horses?
arches,
Yeah, that too.
we can have
That's
a look.
still a mystery.
Okay.
We're going up to that top level.
You leave the
corridor.
flooded lower chambers and return to the upper hall,
Yeah.
the sort of brick arched sort of crypt
Yep.
hall. And apart from the rope, which is still dangling from the entrance and the ceiling, there are 2 arches, an opposing pair that you haven't been
Yeah.
under.
All right.
A south and a northern one.
Yep, down at the eastern end, the western end, sorry, of that top corridor. Okay, let's go to the northwest one.
I think it's the northeast one, right? The eastern one. The ones
Yes.
nearest the iron door you haven't
Yes.
been in.
No, we went into. I thought we went in those ones. I thought
All
we
right,
didn't go into
don't
those.
argue with the voice.
All right, okay.
Would you like to go north or south?
North or south? North.
North. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's uphill.
Let's go to the north.
North's always uphill. Let's go there.
We do. We
Okay,
like.
who's first under the arch?
Not me.
I have the glowing bow still.
Hey, did you pick
We
you
swapped
got,
back.
you got all your stuff back?
We
Okay,
swapped.
everyone's got their
I
stuff
put on
back.
my fancy
Yeah.
braces.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, fancy
I
braces.
gave her
told
the
you.
stuff. She gave me back the bow.
Seyda, did you write braces
I
of
have
armor plus 2?
I wrote fancy metal braces.
And if you look at your
The braces
AC
of
section,
armor.
plus 2 AC.
okay, sorry, if you look at the AC thing, there's a space for writing miscellaneous
I did.
bonus
I put it in the miscellaneous.
Oh, God.
and increased your
You've
AC.
done this before.
Okay,
Right, we're going that. We're going that.
so
much.
with Hjani leading, you go under the arch, walk down the short, narrow corridor to the sort of brick shaft leading down to the crypt below. And do you want to use someone want to hold a rope and dangle down? You know what's really funny? I just remembered this. When we did the last one,
Yeah, I didn't take.
I know that Hjani stayed. Hjani was the only one staying at the top, so
Oh.
technically you were
Holding
holding
the
the
rope,
rope,
yeah.
and then I let you shoot arrows at the same time. So I'm assuming you were just holding the rope between your legs, like knees together,
Yeah,
using your
basically.
super fighter strength.
I kind of
Thunder
tied,
Tied
it on one
tied
leg.
it, or kind of looped it around my legs the way you would a bag when you're afraid someone's going to steal your bag.
Sure. Looking down,
Thunder thighs.
who is going
Yeah,
to hold the
thunder
rope?
thighs.
Well, it has to be one of us fighters, right? If these guys
Well,
hold the
I'll-
rope, we're all
jeez.
die.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, you're right.
I think the 2 of us can hold the rope because I'm low on.
Yeah.
health.
I
And
think
I'm just low on any kind
Yeah,
of skill.
you're
Whatever.
low on usefulness.
So, yeah.
So we
okay.
can stay up top
You've
and
done
hold the
some
rope.
amazing
Thank you.
spellcasting and
I-
thinking today.
Yeah, I have done
One.
some amazing.
One
some
amazing spell cast.
But I'm gonna deign to hold a rope for you.
Okay, so Onas and Bjorn hold the rope. Hjani, you've got the light,
All right,
so you're going first.
fine. I'll go first.
Okay, you start shimmying down the rope and you emerge sort of hanging in the top of this again, sort of like, actually, I mean, it's basically a cube with rammed earth walls, like a crypt. And in this one, you see, there's a shelf, but there's no corpse on the shelf. It's just empty, but there are a few things in here. There appears to be a face down dead, as far as you can see, adventurer on the floor here. There's like a sort of tattered old caper, a sort of a turned over backpack. They're wearing boots. There's an old rusted short sword on the ground.
Brown
It
leather
looks like a
jacket,
sort of
fedora, whip.
essentially, yeah, and maybe adventurer face down. But also sort of stalking around in here, you see 2 more of these ghoul things.
Gross.
Ghouls, Yanni, ghouls.
Gross. Oh my god. Okay. All right, there's ghouls.
More
Is it
ghouls.
possible to jump down there without hurting yourself?
Yep, you could do that. You could sort of get down a little bit and then jump down. You'll be holding your bow though.
Yes, because I'm already
and by the way,
holding my
that's
bow.
the your other torch has long since burnt out. Your second torch. This is the only light is the bow.
Okay. Is someone above me or about ready to jump down with me?
Well, we're
I'll come
holding
down with you.
So,
All right. All right. Then with the full confidence of a beloved Seyda behind me, I jump down first and have my bow already ready to try to shoot at one of these
So you're going to
ghouls.
lower yourself, jump with your bow, and then
Yes.
try and get an arrow out
Yes.
quickly. Okay, you drop down, and let's see if you can heroically drop down and draw an arrow all in time for the ghouls not to reach you. So I'll roll initiative for there. I know Seyda, you're following close behind. The ghouls have +2 on initiative. They roll a 9, +2 is 11.
All right. I have a +5 on initiative. I roll a 13. That's 18.
You manage to drop down, whip out an arrow, and get a point blank shot off.
Fantastic.
Before
So
them.
that's +1 plus my regular attack bonus, which is +7.
So +8, yeah.
So that's a 15 plus 8.
Well, that is what altogether?
That is a 23. 3.
Yeah, so of course you their armor class is 14, so yeah, roll the damage.
All right. The damage is a 1d8 plus 10. Sorry, plus 1. Sorry. 4.
It's
So
four
it's a
points of
3
damage.
plus 1. Sorry,
Yeah.
4.
Okay, so you drop down off the rope, draw an arrow in lightning speed, and stick one right into the chest of one of the advancing ghouls.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Seyda drops down, and I want you to roll an initiative. The ghoul got 11, right? So you have
Okay.
to beat 11 to also get an action in.
To get an action in, let's see. I got a 16 plus 7.
Okay, so you drop down, draw your,
Greatsword.
and their AC is 14.
Okay. I have plus 4 to Greatsword. And I rolled a 16 again. That's 20.
Okay, roll the damage.
2d6. 1 is a 3, 1 is a 4, plus 2 is 9.
Okay, you hack a sizable chunk out of this ghoul.
Haha.
It's still on the go, though. Okay, so it's the ghoul's turn. You guys are holding the rope, and these guys are down there fighting, so we'll continue.
I hope for
Well,
the best.
we don't
I
really
see
need to
what's
hold
happening.
the rope anymore, yeah, because they're down, so we can
You
let go.
don't
of the
know
rope.
when they might be coming back up.
We can feel the slack. Okay, yeah, I guess.
So let's go to Seyda's AC.
My AC is now 18.
Okay, and it's going to try and bite you with its plus 2. I roll a 16 plus 2 is 18. I apologize for that. So it bites you for 4 points of damage,
Oh.
and you're going to have to make that saving throw again at 12. And it's fortitude, so what's
My
your...
fortitude is plus 5.
Okay.
And I rolled a 14, so that's 19.
Okay, you do not get any paralysis or bad ghoul
4
effects.
points of damage.
Yeah. How's your hit points?
I'm now on 16.
16 left. Okay, that's good. Hjani, what's your AC?
17.
They roll a 3 plus 2 is 5. They fail to bite you. You hold it off easily. Okay, so Hjani, your attack on this ghoul.
All right, I'm going to pull out my longsword to attack. It's a plus 5 attack bonus.
Okay.
And it's a 17 plus 5, which equals a 22.
Okay, you kick it away, drop your bow, draw your longsword, and
It's a
stab away.
It's a 1d8 plus 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5.
Okay, it's got one of its arrows sticking in it. You've stabbed it, but it's still coming. Seyda,
Okay.
its AC is 14.
14. Let's go plus 4 to Greatsword. And a 7. No, that's not a 7. That's a 2. That's even worse.
Okay. Yeah, you swing out at it, and it, with remarkable dexterity, considering it's a member of the undead, ducks under your
How?
swing.
How did you do this?
Okay,
I've heard of the ducking dead.
it's going to use claws now, which is plus 0, so it needs an 18 to hit you with one of these. First roll's a 15, and the second claw is a 15. It fails to penetrate your armor with its claws.
Hey
Hjani,
guys, everything going okay down there?
So far, so fine.
you can just hear sort of undead, unearthly screams and hacking and slashing and grunts and stuff like that. Okay, your AC, sorry.
17.
17. The first claw rolls a 19
Oof.
and slashes you for 4 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
First claw is the deepest.
The second claw rolls an 18. Oh my god, I'm
I'm
really
wrong.
sorry about that. How many hit points do you have left?
9.
The second claw is the deep.
It does 2 points of damage.
Nope.
Ouch.
First claw still stands.
All right.
Okay, so Hjani, roll to hit it again.
Okay. Once again, longsword attack bonus plus 5. 12, 17.
Okay, you hit. Roll the damage.
1 plus 2, so 3.
Luckily for you, it had 2 hit points left.
Oh, thank goodness.
And you run it through, and the red lights go out of its eyes, and it sinks down to the ground.
Hey.
Yay.
Seyda,
Okay, let's go. Plus 4 to Greatsword. I rolled a 16. 20.
you hit. Roll the damage.
2d6. 1 6, 1 4, plus 2, again 12.
12. Awesome. You sort of hack its arm off so violently it takes off basically all
Is
of
it
its
in half
shoulder and
again?
half its... No, it just...
Oh.
You take its arm off so violently it just rips off a whole sort of slab off its sort of shoulder and ribs, and it
But now it has a
and it falls
club.
back. But they
Now
are
I have a club.
Ooh.
they are both defeated.
Yay.
Hey guys, everything okay down there?
Yep. Gonna
No.
go exploring.
I didn't cut it in half.
By the way, I just want to take a quick sort of not break from the game, but a timeout from the action to say you've defeated 5 ghouls and 2 zombies. I just want to total up some experience points for you guys from these.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you found 2 magic items, and I mean you don't get direct experience for treasure, but you get bonuses and stuff. So, 2, 3.
Punching my chest in admiration of my contribution to this.
Finding a claw. That
I
only
did like
you
your
can use.
zombie exploding shocking grasp. That was good.
Yeah, I exploded a zombie. It came out of his eyes and his chest.
I've cut like 3 zombies in half. I'm
But
really upset that I
Did you
didn't cut this one in
explode
half.
any,
Look,
like,
the bigger
their
man
eyes and their chest?
doesn't brag about it.
How
We're
many
women.
zombies have you cut in half?
None.
No.
There we go.
So you are the biggest. You're the biggest
So
man.
just be the bigger person.
I am the biggest person.
Eyes and chest, and a magical claw. That's what I got.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So the total amount of experience points for finding this, exploring it, defeating all those enemies, and finding some stuff is 2,400 divided by 4 of you.
Oh, okay.
So 800?
Is it not 3 8s of 24?
Yes, you're
We're now
right.
at
She
2001.
means 6.
Said
She means 600.
Oh,
I'm terrible at math too.
600 each. Yeah.
600. Wow, that's a good load of points.
All right, so we're at
We're getting close to leveling up then.